Okay, so this is the watering system that I'm using this year, or the planting system, planting and watering system. I'm using these totes. I'm also using 5-gallon buckets as well, because you can do the same kind of thing with the 5-gallon buckets as you can with the big totes. It's just a smaller container. 5-gallon bucket, or the, what is this? This is 22-gallon totes. Fill it up with plastic bottles. Plastic bottles is going to be the water reservoir. Holes in the top to let the air escape as the water rises. Holes in the bottom to let the water in to rise up. And you can do it with any kind of a plastic jug. I'm doing it with milk jugs, orange juice jugs, soda pop jugs, etc. And I'll be able to fill with a PVC, and I have a cut angle on the bottom stuck right inside that milk jug. And I only want about 5 inches of water, so I have a hole drilled here with a PVC stuck inside. It's actually stuck inside of the jug, so the dirt or the potting mix that I put in here, it's not potting soil, it's potting mix I put in here, it won't fill up the hole. It won't run out as the water runs out. So it can rain on these buckets, it can rain on them, and it will only maintain 5 inches of water down here in the bottom, because I have the drain hole here. So the water will come in, it will go through the bottom holes, down the bottom of the jugs. It will rise up in the soil, and the soil that's down in between the jugs is the wick up into the top of the bucket where the plant sits, and it will feed the plants, or water the plants, not feed them. But you can do that with the 5-gallon bucket. You can do it with the 22-gallon bucket. You can do it with other size buckets, but this is what I found on sale, so I'm going to use these. So this one is the same basic thing. I have milk jugs or orange juice jugs or soda jugs in there, and I filled it up with some potting mix, not potting soil, but potting mix. It does have a little fertilizer in it, but I've added a little bit extra fertilizer into there. I think it's a 646 fertilizer that I added, just a little bit extra. I'm putting watermelons in there. They're pretty heavy waterers and heavy feeders. And I've also added a little bit of garden lime. So it helps it out. And I'm going to do this with peppers and tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchinis, a couple of different types of winter squashes, and of course these watermelons that I have. So this watermelon I grew from seed in a solo cup, and it's starting to do some budding right now, so I got to get it into the ground. So pop it out of its solo cup here, and we'll stick it into the ground and get it covered up, get it out into my garden area, and it's going to be nice and happy. And so with this watering system, it will stay watered quite a bit. I won't have to water it every single day. I won't have to keep an eye on it so much, and it won't get overwatered because of the drain holes in the bucket or in the bin, and it will only maintain water level up to here. So it's not going to stay wet inside here. It'll stay damp inside here because the water's going to wick up in the soil, in the potting mix in there. It'll wick it up, and it'll be just nice and happy. So go watermelons, go gardening.